Welcome to Collajo River House Restoration Video 1. We are up the riverside and there's our beautiful highway. You get used to it living here. But as you can see, we're in need of some gardening. We've got weeds growing everywhere. They're starting to take over. Down there we don't do too much because that does fill with water when we get the big rains. And that's beautiful caravan park there, and that's my sunset. So, but as we pan back, you can see that over the years, vines are starting to take over. This massive tree has grown, and I don't think it's very stable. It breaks off lots of, oh look, there's another branch that's broken off here. So that's not very good for the cyclones. It's got a really, really wide, distinct trunk, which I like and could be a feature. But it's the rest of it, and now it's starting to grow a lot closer to the house, which would help more critters get on the roof. I haven't got enough. And you can see the cubby house, which is an amazing viewing platform now the grandkids are getting older, for sitting up in there, so it gets you that little bit higher up. Used to be a clothesline on the back as well. And I think that's lantana in there. I think there's every weed known to man on this property at the moment, which is why we need help to be inspired. This is a coconut palm which has grown so high now. I remember when we first bought it in 2010, it was probably only about as high as the cubby. And if we move back, you see it does drop a lot of its branches. I'll tend to burn them off in this lovely fire pit here whilst watching the sunset or something, but it's just been too windy. I do have a garden shed in there which is pretty much empty, and I think there's yucky snakes, but it's being wasted, so I need to reuse that. And this vine here I got from the local hardware shop, I think, and it was a native frangipani vine, and it does have pretty flowers and they smell quite lovely, and they're big too, which you'll see as the season progresses, and it will die right back and then come good. But most of the time the flowers are up there. And this tree here is in the block next door, and it's a pest tree and it's eating into the fence, so I need to get that cut down, I think. So, and then here I have some yuccas in, which I like. Don't mind yuccas. The trunks are quite a feature once you get in and cut them back. This one here a while ago I did cut back and give it a bit of a haircut, as you can see, but then they just keep growing, and it is starting to get close to the fence, so it might become an issue. I need to encourage it to grow up. So that's that end of the house at that point. So we'll do these videos in sections, I think. This is just outside the little carport bit, and there's what are these called? Tin under here, but there's also snakes. So I'm a bit scared to get out of that, but at least that's died back. And we've got all down that bank as well, which is another whole section, which I'll do next. So we'll call that the sunset viewing area. Video 1 of the restoration. Here we go, let's do this. Come on the journey with me, and if you got any tips about how to get rid of lantana and stuff. And see, this is the cubby, it's quite cool. And you go up there. I've sat up there many times in a storm before the kids took it over. It's time to reclaim it back for me. Okay, love you, see you, bye. Stay safe, be real, be special, have fun, and get out in the garden.